Hello everyone, in this video I will be discussing about three modes of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So what is heat transfer? Heat is a form of energy. Heat travels from a higher temperature to the lower temperature region. As the first law of thermodynamics, we know that heat always travels from higher temperature or hotter region to the cooler region. If two bodies are in thermal equilibrium, that is both the temperatures are same, so there will be no heat transfer. So we can say there will be no net transfer of thermal energy, that is no heat transfer. Okay, so this is also the same as the first law of thermodynamics. Body A is hotter than the body B. So when both are in contact, there is a transfer of heat or temperature. Hence, A loses thermal energy and B gets thermal energy equal to the amount that is lost by A. So, rate is higher than the rate which absorbs the thermal energy of from B. Hence, transfer of heat from A to B occurs. After some time, body B will also start emitting some heat to the A. After a very long time, the temperature of both the body will be same. So this is called thermal equilibrium. This already we have discussed. Heat always travel from higher temperature region to the lower temperature region. Thermal inequilibrium. This means the temperature of both the body which are in contact is not same, and so heat transfer occur. Okay, so there are three methods of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. We will discuss it one by one. Before that, so this is the example of liquid heating. Whenever there is a fluid or the transfer of heat due to fluids, it is called convection. Convection occurs due to the density difference. So liquid get heat up by convection current. Solids. Okay, in solids, the heat transfer is also known as conduction. In solids, heat is transferred because of the vibration of atoms. This vibration is passed on to the next atom and so on, and so heat transfer occurs as the vibration in the solids. In vacuum, okay, so this third type of heat transfer, that is radiation, do not require any medium for transfer of heat. Hence, radiation can also occur in vacuum or in the space. Conduction, oh, this is the example of a conduction. When you try to burn a copper wire using a matchstick, you will feel that the hand that is which you are holding the copper wire will become hot. Hence, we can say that heat is transferred from a copper wire from one point to the other via conduction. So copper wire get heated, and we can say that all the metals that are present are good conductor of heat as well as electricity. Hence copper is a metal, so it will be acting faster or conducting heat faster than other metals. Okay, so this is about conduction. Conduction is heat flow through solid. with any visible movement. Without any visible movement, that is, we can't see that heat is transferring in solids. So conduction is heat flow through the solids without any visible movement. It is due to temperature difference, as we have already discussed, and it flow from the high temperature to the lower temperature region. You can see the diagram. This is a burner and this is same as a copper wire. So the molecules nearer to the burner are more excited or vibrating at a higher speed compared to the molecules at other end. How conduction occur? Okay, so this is a metal pipe or metal wire, and this is the configuration of their atom. When we start it heating, what happens is inertial particle start vibrate more vigorously. That is, the particles at this point start vibrating vigorously. The particle next to the particles at here will then start vibrating. After some time, both the particles will be vibrating at the same frequency. After that, the particle which is at the other end will also start vibrating, and this is how conduction of heat takes place in solid. It is important to note that conduction always occur in conduction always require some physical medium to travel. This is the example, or this is the experiment which we can perform to check which metal is good conductor of heat. So what we have to do in this experiment, we have to take 3 rods of one of copper, iron and third of glass. Now when we keep all of them at the same temperature or at the same flame, we will notice that the nail, okay, so we have to also fix the nail at the end of the rods. After some time, what we will see that nail get dropped at a different time. Why? Because thermal conductivity, we will discuss about it. So thermal conductivity of all the three material is different. So the particle which is good conductor will allow the heat to pass to it in very less time. So the nail will be dropped first in the metal or metal rod which is good conductor of heat. Okay, so this is the experiment results. Rod with the nail pin which is dropped from copper at 14 seconds. Hence we can say that copper is good conductor of heat. That is, vibration is passed to the nail in 14 seconds. In iron it is 73 and in glass did not drop. Hence we can say glass is insulator or bad conductor of heat. This is our result. Conductors. So all metals, whether it is copper, iron, mercury, all are the good conductor of electricity as well as heat. Note that metals that are good conductor of heat are also a good conductor of electricity. Exceptions are always there. Insulators. The metals or the substance that are poor conductor of heat are also called as insulators. They do not allow heat to travel through them. Hence, they are poor conductor of heat. Examples are non-metals such as plastic, air, etc. Okay, so liquid and gases are usually poor conductor. of heat. Okay, so you may ask a question, why are metal good conductor? So there are few reasons. First is they have free electron. I assume that you all know what is free electron. So they have free electron. So this free electron is also responsible for electricity, as well as this free electron will also responsible for heat transfer. Yeah, this is the good example, fiberglass insulation. We all see that in our home we have fiberglass windows. So why we use fiberglass? Because it is a poor conductor of heat. Hence we are using fiberglass insulation. We are not going to test this. Let me just clear that water is a poor conductor of heat. I think this is a distilled water. This is an activity to check, is air a good conductor of heat or bad conductor. And we all know that air is a poor conductor of heat, because we know that if we are heating some substance, that will get off after some time, because air is a poor conductor and do not conduct heat. So general assumption is all gas are poor conductors. Application of conduction. So in iron soldering, home electrical appliance, we know that cooking cooking is also example of conduction. Insulation, we are not going to learn this. Next topic is convection. Convection is a heat transfer phenomena occurring due to the density difference. This is the example of it. Hot air expand and become less dense, and then we all know that dense material will try to come towards the down, and the less dense particle tries to go upward. Hence convection is a phenomena occurring due to difference in density. Convection always occur in the fluids. Heat transfer occurring in the fluid is known as convection, and in the metals is known as conduction. Best example is fire. When we fire a wood, we will see that hot air rises upward and cool air, and we all know that cool air is denser than the hot air. So cool air tries to cool the material, and hot air always tries to go up. This is how convection takes place. Liquid. Okay, so this is the activity. We take potassium permanganate and dip, drop some drops in water. Now we will heat the flask. We will see that due to the density difference, that is the water which is nearer to the flame will get hot and so become less dense. So the hot water try to go up, and the cold water from the top tries to come down, and so this cycle continues, and this cycle continues till thermal equilibrium is established. So this is how conduction in liquid takes place. So this is the thinking why hot water rises and cold water sinks. This is same as what we have discussed here. If you put a sun, it will start heating the water, and the water which is at the top or the layer at the top will get heated first. Similarly, the cold water will try to come up and get heated, and so convection occur. Convection in the gases. This is same as what we have discussed of the fire. Hot air always tries to go up, cold air comes in. Same example. So this is the activity which you will have to perform. How are winds formed? I will answer this if you ask in comment, but answer it wisely. So you have to answer these three questions. I will surely give you comment or a comment back to you. Application of convection, sea breeze and land breeze. I am not discussing it because I hope you all know this. Sea breeze and land breeze. Other example of convection are electric kettle. You might have seen that kettle or electric kettle, the substance that is holder will not become hot. Why? Because of convection. Hence, the heat is directly transferred to the substance inside the material. Other is refrigerator. Freezer. You might all have seen that freezer in the refrigerator will be cooler and compared to the bottom part where we keep vegetables. That is a design, or we can say convection. Okay, third is radiation. Heat transfer through the sun or through the fluids without or with medium is known as radiation. Does not require any medium. It can take place in vacuum, and it is due to the wave. Hence, we have seen that in conduction it is due to the vibration, but here in radiation it is due to the waves. Yeah, this is the Clausius statement. All objects emit or absorb heat. Every object that is present on earth emit or absorb heat. These are the postulates which are given by Claus, scientist name. Heat is transferred in a form of infrared radiation. If you want to know more about infrared, you can Google it. All dark surface is better emitter. Hence, we can say that no, this is the wrong statement. This is totally wrong statement. Don't consider it. All dark surfaces are better absorber. They do not emit heat. That's why we are not wearing black shirt during summer, because it absorbs more amount of heat than emit. Hence, all dark surface is better absorber than the shiny one. Yeah, here it is written all dark surface is a best absorber and shiny surface are worst absorber. This is a question to you all. Tell me why shiny objects are worst absorber and why black surface are best absorber. You have to tell me why. This is what I am asking about. So application of refrigerator are fins, teapot, white paint for houses, soot, and the insulation that is applied from outside to the vessel. Vacuum flask. This is a good example of radiation. This is used so that water which is cool or hot will not lose its heat to the surrounding. Okay, thank you for watching the video. I will be uploading heat transfer module 1 in the next video. So please watch my next video and hope you like the video. So like, share and subscribe to the channel Chemical Engineer. Thank you.